Hello there, good morning. This is John Harder, aka Wealth Wiz, coming to you from beautiful Nayarit, Mexico. And what a gorgeous Christmas Eve morning it is. Wow. My wife and I went out for a walk this morning, and it was just really, really nice. Nice and fresh out there, and we just truly enjoyed our walk. All right, so I have now been in cryptocurrency since January of 2017, and I had heard about Bitcoin. About 3 years before that, but I didn't really think that this was going to go anywhere, and I've more had the idea that it's just one of those programs that is kind of drag along the sidelines and stuff, and of course I had no idea what kind of a banking system the world monetary systems were using. I had no idea how all that worked, and so, I mean, I've gained a lot of insight into that, but that's not for this video. I'm mentioning it though because that is the reason that Bitcoin was created. That's why. And even though what is Bitcoin? There's a video on YouTube called "What is Bitcoin?" If you're very new to Bitcoin, you have no idea how this stuff works, or just watch that video. What is Bitcoin? And you'll have you'll have quite a bit of insight as to why Bitcoin was even created. All right. Now, however, when I first came into this cryptocurrency space, I bought an altcoin, actually a couple of different ones, but there was one that really was, the price was just constantly going up, and I thought that looks like something that, I'll buy some of that, right? And so I did. I bought. Well, I bought about $500 worth, and it really gained a lot of. I had 30-some thousand that I had gained, and of course after a few months, it really began to. After 3 months, I had like 30-some thousand dollars, and then the price plummeted. I apologize, my mind was on something else here for just a little bit on my computer settings. Okay, so that's how I came into this space, and the price went down, and I lost just about all of my profits because I really had no idea what to do. I had never traded before. I had never, the thing is, once it's on its way down, when it's on a downward trend, people that know what to do, that know how to preserve their profits, and which I was actually trying to do too on several occasions, trying to sell it, but it doesn't sell when everybody wants to sell, because there has to be a buyer. Okay, now we'll look at that a little bit closer later to understand that if you're new to this space. But I'm bringing this up because many people are new. In fact, most people are new to this space, and therefore it's kind of, it's good to, I believe, to gain a tiny bit of an understanding, at least, to realize what it takes. You know, how is money made in this space? And so I had still some profits left, and which I used actually to buy some other coins, and one of which made me actually many millions. And then, of course, the price of the coin that I had, where I rode the roller coaster on, went way back up again. But okay, so long story short, I had lost a lot of my profits, and of course gained them elsewhere. But now we are in a place where the coin or the industry is really, really booming. Okay, and institutions are now on board, and they have been actually for a couple of years now, where banking, you know, the banksters have actually been on board too, and they have been actually doing manipulation in order to get people to manipulate people to buy and sell at the wrong time for their losses, and of course, you know, for the loss of the people and the gain of their own. This is how banking has always worked. This is how banking has always worked, whether in crypto or before crypto. Okay, so again, that's another story. but it's I think it's important that people understand, as much as the banks like you to believe that they are there for your good, but that has never been the case. They've always only been there for their own good, and the more you learn about the banking system, the more you will realize how they have how the banks have impoverished humanity. This is a simple fact, and if you don't know that, then I suggest do some research and find out for yourself. Okay. All right. Now, what I have to present to you today is 2 outstanding opportunities. One business, but 2 outstanding opportunities, which are far, far beyond anything that I've ever seen. Now, I've been a marketer for 16 years. Not 30, but 16. Okay, so for 16 years, I've been an online marketer, and I've been in many programs. And I always thought, you know, I was the only person that seemed to be joining program after program and working my butt off to try and refer people. And sometimes had referred a whole bunch of people until I realized that it's practically impossible to make money in this MLM program. And so I had, you know, after trying quite a few different products with MLM programs, or should I say MLM programs with different products, I became an enemy of the MLM systems because, well, I don't know if I should use the word enemy, but I definitely very, you know, after a few programs, I got the idea that these binary matrices are definitely not it for making money on the internet, or any other way for that matter. Okay, so, and we'll take a closer look at that again a little bit later, okay, because this does come up. Now, one of the phenomena that are on right now, we are, how should I say, we're at the threshold of a phenomenon that is absolutely massive. And maybe you're saying to yourself, yeah, whatever, right? But listen, listen, you can believe me and get in and cash in big, or of course you can sit on the sidelines and watch it all happen while the rest of us get rich. But there is a huge, huge wealth transfer that we are just at the threshold of, and it's going to be taking place, and the bulk of it is this year. The bulk of it is, well, it's going to be spread out over a couple of years. So, I mean, it isn't all lost if you're not on board right away, but the cream is here right now. Okay, so it's all right, and both of the phenomena. One is the cryptocurrency market, because it is huge. Trading in the cryptocurrency space is, you gain percentages. Oh, should I mention what the percentages can be in this space? How about like 6,000% on your gaining like 6,000% on your investments. Gosh, I hate using the word investments, but because I'm not a financial advisor, as it were. Okay, so don't take this as financial advice. No, but I am talking about an opportunity. All right. And the second opportunity is that of a home-based business, that of a you know, for people who have a marketing mindset, who are marketers, who are how should I say, team builders, or network marketers. Okay. Whether you're you know, do your network marketing online or offline, it really doesn't matter much, whichever you are good at, but the opportunity is absolutely massive, and people are coming from all corners of the earth to the internet to create, you know, to find something, ways to make money, to make extra money, to make their ends meet and stuff like that. Okay, and even to replace their income, create a what they call a laptop lifestyle. Okay, now these are phenomena that we are just in the beginning of right now. We are just at the threshold of these two phenomena, and I'm going to actually give you just a little bit of a sneak peek, as it were, of something that I've gotten information on that makes this a little bit urgent if you want to really make money with this right away. Hello, Pete. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Okay.
Finally.
Okay. How's that?
Finally.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the first is that of the. Well, let me just share the screen. I'm going to share the screen here, and then I'll take you through the presentation that I have, and we'll elaborate more on some of the points that I already alluded to a little bit. Okay. All right. So the first question is here. I was trying to move my. There we go. All right. Okay, so the first question is, do you want profit? And of course, if you have, if you've been watching this video this far, then I'm going to assume that's exactly what you're here for. So there we go. All right, so Python signals, one business, two opportunities. Opportunity number one, crypto cycles and trends trading. And why crypto cycles and trends trading? Because it is the oldest and most reliable way to make money from crypto market. Can be done by anyone at any time and start with any amount of money. Now, if you know anything about trading, about the stock markets, how that all works, well, for many years when the stock markets, there was much money made in the stock markets, but you had to be a multimillionaire to even qualify to be able to trade in those markets. Now later, there have been a lot of websites created that were used. They were called Forex trading, which means simply foreign exchange. And these platforms, they were actually not so much made for the average person to be able to make money on. What they were more created for is to have people try to make money on them and lose their money on them. That's what they were created for. And if you study and understand the banking system, then you'll know exactly who created those platforms. Okay, so, but nonetheless, the playing field has been leveled to a large extent. It's kind of been leveled, still depends quite a bit on how much money a person has to, to go into these markets with. But when you can make thousands of percentages of gains, like 5,000, 6,000%, then you can make a very small amount. You can blow that up to a pretty good amount and then do it again. And it doesn't take very long until to turn a small amount to a pretty large profit. Okay, so, and this is what I'm saying, why the playing field has been leveled to a large extent, because it's no longer just open to people who have a lot of money. Now anyone can come on. And the truth is that we now have a way, as I mentioned earlier, I lost most of the profits that I had made from the coin I bought, but there's a better way, which I didn't have access to at the time. Okay, so why, how does this work? Well, there's only one way to make money in the crypto space, which is to buy low and sell high. Same as if you put up a store. It works the same way. You got to buy your products at a lower price and sell it at a higher price in order to gain a profit. So it really works the same way. Okay, so now here, what does it look like to buy low and sell high? Well, in 2017, in January, there are 5 different coins. I believe they were the top performing coins at the time in 2017. And so if you, in January, bought $100 worth of Bitcoin, you could sell it in December for $1,400. If you bought Ethereum $100 worth, you could sell it for $8,750. If you bought Litecoin $100 worth, you could sell it for $5,000. And if you bought Dash $100 worth, you could sell it for $8,890. And this is what I mean when I said it, because the coin that I bought in 2017 in January was Dash, and I bought about $500 worth. Had I just hung on to it until December, that would have really gained me some awesome profits, especially had I pulled out my profits in June, what is it, 3 months from January, it's January, February, March, April. Had I in April pulled out my profits and then gotten back in July, it would have made me hundreds of thousands. All right, so now that is what buying low and selling high looks like. All right, so the $1 million question is, when do you buy and when do you sell? You see, that was exactly what my problem was. I didn't know the price was all of a sudden go down. And once it was on its downward course and I tried to sell, nobody was buying. People were trying to sell. And so knowing when to buy, when to sell is very, very important. And as we will see that in just a bit here. Okay, so to answer that question, we need Marius Landman. Meet Marius. Marius Landman, he has been working for major corporations for 30 plus years, for General Electric, Shell. Shell is a worldwide company, so is GE, and of course other institutional size companies that he's been working for. And what he's has done is he's developed an algorithm where you could put data from past events and circumstances, and it would project a future, allowing you to make changes and get a predictable outcome in the future. So in 2015, he plugged that system into the cryptocurrency market, and it made him remarkable gains. It just, it made him such great gains. And then he, of course, other people found out, and he had, so they paid him for this data, to get access to this data. So he had a list of subscribers in 2017. And let's just have a look at that. So in 2017, if you remember, when Bitcoin went up to 20,000, and people were getting very confident, and Wall Street was using the news media to tell people, buy Bitcoin, it's going to go to 100,000 or maybe even higher. But Marius Landman, using his data, he told his subscribers, pull out your profits at 19,500 because the price is going to come down. So many of his subscribers pulled out their profits at 19.5, and the rest of us, well, we went over the cliff like a barrel over Niagara Falls with the price. And so we kind of just lost our profits again. You see, and that is what we now have. On the right side of the screen here, we actually have that graph exactly from 2017, when the price went way up and then came crashing down. And that is a screenshot of the type of data that we are getting through Python signals, showing us what the future of our prices are going to be. And we're tracking the top 40 cryptos, okay, which we'll also have a look at in just a bit. So what does it take to get access to be able to trade intelligently instead of hodling, you know, and hoping that somehow, you know, I put some money in and hopefully I'll make some money? Well, you just have to be a subscriber. Subscribe to Python signals, that's it. All right, so the packages that are available, we have the silver, the gold, the platinum, and the galaxy. And each one of these packages, they give you access to the exact same subscription. As far as the data is concerned, it's all exactly the same. There is a difference in the pay plan, okay? So as far as direct referral bonuses, they're also the same. They're all 10%. A 10% direct referral bonus. But then in the matrix payout, that is where the difference is. So let's take a look at that. We have the silver is 18. Oh, also difference, the access. Pete, is your mic muted?
I don't know.
No, could you please mute your mic? In the bottom left hand, there you go, thank you. All right, so so then we have the silver is gives us 30 days access and pays 6 levels at 24%. The gold is $150, 90 days access, and pays on 9 levels at 36%. The platinum, $250, which is actually a $50 savings, and gives you 180 days access, or we could say 6 months, and pays on 12 levels at 48%. And then the Galaxy 500, it is a yearly subscription, although here it does say 15 months, which is because we are in pre-launch, you do get 3 extra months. All right, and it pays 18 levels at 65.5%. Now, we'll take a closer look at this again as once we, in just a couple of shots from here, the screen slides. But I want to mention the Lifetime Galaxy package that, as far as I know, is available at this time still. We are still in pre-launch, but when that package disappears, then that's it. We only sell 1,000 packages of the Lifetime. And of course, the reason is because those packages don't create residual income. All right, we'll take a closer look at what actually you get when you subscribe. Now, when you buy those packages, we don't do any trading for you. We know that there are many platforms out there where you put money in it and they supposedly do the trading for you. And of course, most of them actually disappear within a few months. But what you get is you get Marius's timely trading report for the top 40 cryptos. Remember, I mentioned that, the 40 cryptos that we're tracking. Private Zoom meetings with Marius and team, email notifications, and private Telegram group, as well as a 5.1 million annual income roadmap. Now let's take a closer look at that. Okay, opportunity number 2, the revenue share plan, RSP. Okay, so here is the guidelines for the the 1.5 million yearly income roadmap, okay? So the revenue share plan is based on a 2 by 18 matrix. And as I mentioned earlier in the subscription, in the presentation, I almost became an enemy of binary programs, which is what this is, from previous programs, because I had several times that I was involved with one, and it was never possible to get paid because we had to have this much volume in the one leg, that much volume in another leg, and you had to have this many referrals on the one leg, and the other leg was built by spillover and whatever all of the things were. You could never get all your ducks in the row to actually get paid. Guys, we don't have any of that here. In fact, we've got people that have nothing except a subscription and they're earning a Bitcoin daily and they've never referred anybody. And that's because the only rule that we actually have, that you have to be, the only thing that you have to have in order to get paid in the matrix is you have to have a subscription. When you get a subscription, it does two things. Okay, it does two things. It gets you access to the trading data, so you get the packages for trading, and of course some of those it gets, and the email notifications. And if you're a Galaxy 1000 member, then you also get access to the Marius's the private Zoom calls and the private Telegram group. Okay. Now you also get a place in the matrix, and here's what happens: you get a place in the matrix, and immediately it places two open spots in the matrix underneath you that allows you to fill them yourself, or they'll be filled by spillover, whichever comes first. And as they're filled, you get paid. You get paid, you don't get the 10% direct referral, because that has to come from your own work. But you do get the percentages that the matrix pays, and which we'll take a look at in just a bit here. And so it's a 2x18 matrix, and let's take a closer look at that. But before we do though, I want to mention that all your pay, you get paid daily in Bitcoin. Okay, everything is Bitcoin. You go in with Bitcoin, and you also get paid in Bitcoin. Now, here we have a chart of the matrix, and this, let me just move that a bit. There we go. Okay, so the matrix is, the idea here is that everybody is a Galaxy 500 member. Or Galaxy has the Galaxy 500 pack and referred to people. Now, of course, we know that it's not ever going to really actually play out that way about referring to people. But we are pretty sure that every person will have the Galaxy 500 package. Okay, let me explain that a little bit more. So what we have is, like, let's say this is your matrix, because this is exactly one, the matrix of one particular member, if you will, that is a Galaxy member, whether it's 1000 or 500, it's the same. You have two people. Now let's actually look at the columns a little bit, because the first column are your levels. The second are your percentages per level. The third are the amount of subscriptions. The fourth are the amount of money that each level pays and the subscriptions. And then finally, the total matrix payout balance on, on the fifth column. These highlighted lines here, they represent the silver, the gold, and the platinum, and the Galaxy packages. Okay, now let's take a closer look. As we look at the percentages, it's always 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, and it continues on down to level 16, where it turns to 2%, and then 17 is also 2%, and 18 is 1.5%. Now, let's say this is one person's matrix, and you have the 18, you know, you have a full matrix. So you have 2 people that you referred, of course, and then the next level is 4 and 8 and 16 and 32. It always doubles, as you can see, because it's binary. So it always doubles in every level. And it doesn't matter who refers them. The money is exactly the same. You get paid all the same. And I'm gonna show you why pretty much every person is going to be a Galaxy 500 member. And the thing is, you make more money if they're not, but that's likely not what they're going to be. Okay, so we have so the silver pack, let's say you were a silver member. Your package pays you 6 levels, which is 64%. 64 people in that level, and that level pays you $960, a total matrix payout of $2,250. Now, the gold pack, of course, has 500 people paying you $7,680, and a total matrix payout of $18,280. The platinum, 4,096 people and 61,000 on this level, and of course a total matrix payout of $146,250, which is more than most people make at their job. Matter of fact, people who even have 2 jobs still don't make that. Okay, so the Galaxy package, having 262,144 people or packages, and pays out $1,966,080, and a total matrix payout yearly residual income of $5,102,410. Now, what happens if some of your members are gold members and some of them are silver members? Are you going to make less money? No, you're going to make more money. You're going to make more money. You see, because you're getting paid in percentage, and those membership levels are more expensive. So it's actually the better for you as a Galaxy member. It's actually better. You can actually make more money if you have a lot of silver and gold members. But now here's why most members are going to be Galaxy, okay? Because what happens is people are going to build their matrix. And let's say you were a silver member, and people build their matrix from, whether it's from above you or the people in your matrix, they're going to refer people, and pretty soon their matrices are going to reach lower levels than yours. Now, all of those packages, their pay gets passed up to people above you if you are not upgraded to that level. So pretty soon, you'd be making a lot more money than you'd be losing a lot more money than you're making, because other people are building their matrices. So you need to upgrade, and that is what happens. That is what practically ensures that all people will end up being Galaxy 500 members, which is a yearly membership, because the Galaxy 1000 is not going to be available for most people. It's only available for the first few of us. Now, I hope that made a lot of sense to you. Okay, now, there's one little secret that I want to share with you that I have happened to find out. And that is that we are about, actually, I can fine tune this a little bit more than that and tell you in January of 2019, we are bringing on board some major marketers. These are very large institutions. And Python Signals is about to explode. And what's happening is they are all coming in from the very top link, the very top referral link. So imagine your matrix, because it's a 2 by 18 matrix, means that it looks like this. Okay? All of these people are coming right in from the top and spreading out, taking all of the spots in the matrix that are empty anywhere. So this will fill in the entire matrix. So we can count on very much spillover, on getting our matrices filled to create the 5.1 million a year residual income. This is going to happen quick, starting in January of 2019. Now, here's the thing. For those of you watching this video, you can wait, and once all the buzz is going and thousands have signed up, and you can sign up under them and they will all earn on your commissions, or you can come in now and then earn from all of them. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm not here to convince you or anything. What I'm telling you is that those are your, that's your opportunity right now. Okay, as you, now, for a very limited time, this page is still available, or this package, the Lifetime Galaxy package. And these are selling out fast, and I expect that this package is not going to last through January. It's going to be sold out before January is over, because of the amount of signups that we're going to be getting. We are in a position right now where the cryptocurrency market is starting to skyrocket. And if we look at the world's events, at what's taking place, where the soldiers are coming home from Syria, all of that stuff is all being shut down. All of that havoc and wars in the Middle East is being shut down. And people are not in that great of financial shape, most people. With the amount of buzz that is that these institutions is going to create, now I can come a little closer. I'm actually going to say that Germany is coming on board on Python. Okay, maybe not every German person, but that's what's happening. And I also heard that Ecuador is actually also coming on board. So we're going to have very many Spanish, very many German people in Python Signals. And I'm trying to get this message out to as many people as I can so that you have the opportunity, or you have the chance to take the opportunity and earn from massive, massive amounts of those people who are going to be buying packages through the months of January, February, and March, and of course, months after that, to have your matrix filled quickly, and you're going to be making millions of dollars. But of course, that is up to you. Like I said, I don't need, I'm not sure what happened here. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So with that said, I have showed you what I have. And if you are here and you say, well, you know what, nah, it's not for me. You know, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to wish you all the best in whatever it is that you are doing and are planning to do. However, if you saw this and you said, yeah, that's it, I want to be in, and I want to cash in on all that volume that's going to be coming in, then right now is the time to get started. The best time is right now. Okay, so go to the links under this video and do go through the information, check it out. I'm not asking you to sign up blindly and carelessly, because I want you to be successful. I want you to prosper. I want you to know what you're doing, okay? So check it out, create a free account and go through it and get your subscription. Hopefully, you still can get the Galaxy 1000 package. But what I can tell you is that that package is going to be sold out very quickly because of the amount of people coming in, okay? Or that amount of people that are about to come in, because these are very major corporations that are going to bring in very many people. All right. So with that said, I want to thank you very much. And now, if you have any questions, let me answer those for you. I'm open. Okay, so can you hear me, Pete? You can unmute yourself if you want.
I was just about to ask if that was okay if I did.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, sure. If you have any questions about anything?
Not at this point, really.
Okay.
I have one question. Where are all the people that I need to get into here?
Where do you want, like, do you want German people, Spanish, or what did you?
It don't matter.
Okay. Well, you know, as I was looking at this, I was thinking about you know, there are some people that I'm contacting here that I've actually become friends with, and whether they're going to come on board or not, I have no idea. One of them is actually the guy I'm renting from here, and I'm getting him into the other program that you and I also both have, but whether he's going to see the value of this or not, I'm not sure. But I'm hoping that he will, and also a few other friends that I have here that I want to present it to, and hopefully, you know, they see the value and come in, because this is really going to be huge. Our matrices are going to fill. You know, we are so close to the top that our matrices are going to fill before the end of the year. Expect to make millions next year. expect it. Because you will.
Sounds good. Say,
Yeah.
can I replay this to somebody, or is this not going to be available once you're done? It's done.
No, actually, as soon as I'm shut, as soon as I have this, as I close this, I'm going to get it ready. It takes, it's going to take about an hour before it'll be available on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll send you the link for it on YouTube, and then it'll be available, and you can replay it for others if you want. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and ask. I'm actually doing these every day at the same time, and when I have people, and I'll always open it up to you know, if anybody has any questions, so that I can answer those questions.
Okay.
So one of the things that I think is a pretty powerful sales pitch, if you will, right now, is the fact that the company leaders have made connections with such major corporations. The thing is, he's been working for companies like that. That's why. That's why he can go to them and say, look, you know, you can make a heck of a lot of money here. And that's what's bringing so many people on. So what's happening is these people actually, they are helping humanity, leveling the playing field that only they could play before.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying, right? But
right.
The thing is that they are losing the grip anyways. Once we look at what's going on in the Middle East and stuff, they're losing the grip anyway. So it's in their best interest, but it's also in everybody else's interest.
Well, yeah, that levels it a little bit more.
How's that?
That levels the playing field more.
It does, yeah. Yeah, spreading the wealth to everybody, you know, that's just way better. It's always been better, but now it's finally happening. So
okay.
I'm very excited about what's going on. That, you know, when I heard that, and I got this information from actually from the owner. His wife does the training on Saturdays. She does training that we can tune into, and so she was telling us this. So this is starting in January. So it's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So thank you very much for joining me then. And so you have an awesome day. I missed your call yesterday. I don't know why. I tried to return your call, but then I guess you missed my call too.
Yes, I did.
All right. So we can talk later. All right.
You bet.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
You too.